Hey everyone, welcome back. This is another anime review. This is my review of Aldnoah.Zero. Season 1 just ended, and I'm here to do my review of the series as a whole. As of now, I've recorded my review of the last episode, although it's not actually up yet. Okay, and Season 2 is already confirmed. It's going to be for the winter of 2015. So basically January. Unfortunately, because of that fucking cliffhanger at the end of the fucking first season. Seriously. It was directed by Aoki and written by technically Gen Robuchi, I guess, although he's just the original creator. He didn't actually write the story. It was written by Katsuhiko Takayama. Okay, so Gen Robuchi is definitely involved, but he didn't actually write the script, you know. Music by Hiroyuki Sawano. It's by Studio A1 Pictures and Troika. And it originally ran the first half, Season 1, from July 5th, 2014 to September 28th, 2014. The second half, Season 2, is going to be from January 2015 to scheduled. The first half was 12 episodes, okay? So what's Aldnoah.Zero about? Aldnoah.Zero is another one of these mech anime, which... this one, I personally think, started out kind of meh, kind of okay, you know, but eventually it evolved into one that I honestly say is amazing, okay. 15 years before the start of the series, a colony of Earthlings, now known as Terrans, basically colonized Mars, okay. And their leader, I forget what his name is, if he was even named, basically created what's known as an Aldnoah drive. And created specialized mechs that it runs, okay? And actually somehow implanted it into his own DNA, so that only he and his descendants can use the Aldnoah drive. Alright, the princess of the verse, or Mars, is one of these people, basically, okay? Now, and because of that, a huge war broke out 15 years ago, which went down in history as basically a legendary war. So 15 years later, we basically have two main characters, and they're both Terrans. Right? There's Inoho, who lives on Earth, and then there's Slain, who's technically a Terran, although he lives on Mars because him and his father crash landed there some amount of years ago, okay, and so now he lives there as basically a slave, although the princess treats him very well and might even be in love with him. That's kind of unconfirmed. I don't think she's technically stated it, if she's in love with him or not, but that's kind of what's implied, is that she has had romantic feelings for him, okay. And that's the basic gist of the plot. And yes, there are two main characters, Inoho and Slain. The series constantly goes back and forth between the two of them, okay, and really tries its best to tell the perspective of both of them. Like I said earlier in this review, the series started out kind of okay for me. I liked it, but I didn't think it was great, okay, and like a lot of anime, this series had a tendency to explain things that to the characters that they should already know, which personally I would have preferred if they would use a narrator. In points like that, it would just made a lot more sense. That is one of my complaints of the series. It wasn't enough to ruin it for me, not by a long shot, but I still thought it was worth mentioning, though. Okay, so that's the basic premise, though, of Aldnoah.Zero. It's very simple. Okay, it is, but it works, and I really love this series. All right. There's not really anything else for me to say about the plot, except there's lots of plot twists in the series that I'm not really going to go into specifically, but what I will say is that ending was so fucking shocking, with both Inoho and the princess being killed. Alright, the princess being killed by Count Sazbam, and Inoho being killed by Slain, which basically means Inoho's probably going to go fucking rogue. And it's like, so the plot had lots of plot twists and turns and curveballs that kept me interested the entire way through. The characters I thought were kind of a strong point. Enoholm himself was a very bland character up to the final episode because he literally showed no emotion at all. Okay? Seriously. And I know he's a soldier and he needs to stay focused on the mission, but even in moments when he wasn't in battle, he didn't show any emotion at all. It's like, I understand if he's in the mech, he wants to stay composed, but even when he was like at the headquarters, he didn't show any emotion at all. And it's very unrealistic for not only a human being, but a high school student. Or, I don't know about a high school student, but a student. He was a military student, basically. A trainee who didn't show any emotion at all. Even when it wouldn't have hurt anything, like when he wasn't in battle and stuff. It made no sense. Up to the final episode when he was smiling, and I think actually crying a bit too just before his death, but really my favorite character in the series was definitely Slain. I think he's the best characterized character in the series thus far, and the best developed character in the series thus far, and I had so much fucking fun watching Slain, okay? And the princess was also really cool, the princess basically wanted to make peace with Earth because Earth and Mars has had huge feud for the past 15 years. She basically went to Earth to try to make peace with him. However, she was supposedly killed, although she did turn up later on again. And it was believed for a while that it was actually the Earthlings that killed her, when in reality they were being set up by not all of the Mars people, but a small faction of the Mars people. Meaning like a small group of people that basically didn't want to make peace with Earth. They wanted to destroy Earth and kill all humans on Earth, all Terrans basically, so they actually attempted to kill the princess. And at the end, Sazbom, the one who was leading that, actually succeeded just before Slain killed him. Okay? So that's basic. So the princess is definitely a really cool character too. She basically existed on the median in between Mars and Earth. She didn't hate Martians, and obviously she is one, and she didn't hate Terrans either. Okay, she wanted desperately in her heart for there to be peace between the two, but unfortunately that was apparently never meant to be. Okay, humans have an issue with peace. That's something that I've learned over the years. Anyways, though, the plot is simple, but it works, and the characters are really cool. In terms of the protagonists, though, other than Slain, Enoholm, and the princess, there aren't really any other major noteworthy ones. I mean, there's definitely a Lieutenant Morito, who we do learn a little bit of his backstory, how 15 years ago he fought in the war, and he lost his best friend. He actually had to shoot his best friend in the face to end his misery, okay, to end his suffering. So basically he has extreme post-traumatic stress disorder because of that, and there were a few episodes that basically dealt with his character, and he's a likable character, but at this point I think he's pretty well irrelevant. Okay. Other than that, there's not really anything else for me to say about the characters. The animation, first off, I'm going to say the art, nothing really for me, good or bad for me to say about that. But that animation is so fucking amazing. This is some of the best animation I think I've seen this year in anime, period. Okay, this year anyways. I'm not sure about ever, but this year at least. The animation is so outstanding in this series. It really is. It's so fluid almost all the fucking time. God, Studio A1 Pictures and Studio Troika really or whoever animated it from those two studios, really outdid themselves with the animation in this series, okay? Like, I'm not gonna lie, they really did. Whew. Anyways, though, and then of course there's the music, composed by the same woman who did the music in Kill La Kill. Now, I've stated before, I thought Kill La Kill was a very meh series, but, or not really meh, but it was decent in the end, I thought. But the music in Kill La Kill well, some of the best I've ever heard in anime, period. And that same woman was composing the music in this series and gave it all she had. Really. The music was incredible, okay? The only major complaint that I have for the series, well, there's really two. One is a big one, and it's that it took so long for the series to really achieve greatness for me. It started out so slow, very meh, very okay, until like the halfway point was where I really think it started to actually pick up, and that ending was so amazing. But the ending is kind of an issue that I have as well. I liked it and didn't like it at the same time. I liked it because it was very well done. Extraordinarily well done. Okay, it really was. Like, watching Sazbam kill the princess just as she and Inoho were about to escape, then watching Inoho kill Sazbam, then watching Slain kill Sazbam, then watching Slain kill fucking Inoho, one of the two main characters of the series, which proves that people have been telling me that Slane's going to be the main character of the next of season 2 due to the I guess trailers that they've been seeing. Well, it's kind of fucking obvious now, which is kind of weird. I kind of would have liked actually Inoho too, just so they could have made him a better character, better characterized him, actually fleshed him out more, developed him better, So he kind of died as kind of a meh character in my eyes. So I would have kind of preferred him being the sole main character of Season 2, just so he could have gotten fleshed out a lot more like Slain, because Slain I thought was very well characterized and fleshed out and developed in this season. Although he'll probably get more so next season, So yeah, so that ending, I liked and disliked. Liked it because it was amazingly well done, but disliked it because we have to wait we have to wait till January to see the fucking continuation. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, this is gonna fucking kill me here. Seriously. I mean, and Aldnoah.Zero has had a lot of really annoying cliffhangers before in this series. It really has a lot of them, and during those times we only had to wait a week, not like 3 or 4 months, That's why it's really annoying, the most annoying here, okay? Anyways, though, other than that, I really don't think there's anything else for me to say about the series. I loved it, and I definitely recommend it. Aside from those couple of complaints that I voiced here, I love this series, and I definitely recommend it, okay? And I can't wait for Season 2 to come out in January of 2015. So anyways, overall, hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you after, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.